7. Beard outside, the switch. Doncic goes, oh, what a great step! And then he hammers it home. Broke his ankles.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night as the New York Knicks come out with a W. Was not pretty, but we came out with the W down the stretch. It was definitely very scary down the stretch, 94-93 in Madison Square Garden up against the Orlando Magic. We had Frank Ntilikina start in this basketball game. Of course, Frank started that one game. He was abysmal, quickly got into that starting lineup, but quickly was out with an ankle injury. There were some rumors that Jared Harper was going to back up Frank, but Burks ended up being the secondary ball handler. We know how Randall handles the ball sometimes, and RJ Barrett brings the ball up sometimes as well. If you didn't know Burks, of course, Johnny Bryant was the coach in Utah. At one point, Burks actually played point guard alongside Gordon Hayward, so he has some experience playing the point guard position, even though he's not your traditional type of point guard. But yeah, Rivers, of course, continues to be out. He's going to be traded at the deadline probably. We know quickly. Rose, Payton. So yeah, we had no depth at the point guard position, and I was really scared how we're going to be offensively, especially because Julius Randle was not knocking down his shots at the beginning of the game, and Frank Ntilikina, we know he doesn't really bring much offensively whatsoever, even though he did this game, and we can't expect this every single night, especially because he had Chase and Randle guarding him, but he was just hitting the shots. He was hitting shots he should be hitting if you're an NBA player. But he was playing good defense. I thought he provided good energy. But anyway, at the beginning of this game, it was not pretty. It just was not pretty. RJ missed a couple of his first couple shots, of course. Julius Randle was struggling. We know Noel doesn't provide much offensively. We know Frank doesn't provide much offensively. Entering this game, he was 0 of 16, Frank Ntilikina, when it came to his field goals. He wasn't able to score, I believe, his past 2 or past 3 games. So he really needed some energy. He really needed to get some confidence in this game and hit some big shots. And he did in this basketball game. But anyway, when you don't have Frank providing you offense, when you don't have Randall and RJ, Noel, Burks was the only one providing us offense. I believe he had 8 of our first 12 points. But yes, the Magic were up 10 points early in this basketball game. You know, they have some very solid offensive players if it's Aaron Gordon, if it's Vucevic. Luckily, Terrence Ross was not in this game because he would have absolutely flamethrowed us through us. Like last game, of course, the Orlando Magic went on to beat us when we were playing them in Orlando. The first time we played them, we beat them in Madison Square Garden. There was a scare, Terrence Ross. But anyway, yeah, we were not thriving offensively whatsoever. It was just absolutely abysmal. Burks was playing very well. Burks started in this game. Bullock actually came off the bench, and I actually like that because we know Bullock's more of a bench player, at least in my opinion. That's what I've always thought his best role was if he was with the Lakers, if he was with the Pistons, of course, those days. But yes, Bullock actually did a really good job giving us a spark coming off the bench. Eventually, Julius Randle started hitting his shots. Not right away, though, but Julius Randle was absolutely amazing passing the basketball. As he ended up finishing with 17 assists, he wasn't the greatest at shooting the ball. Eventually started to get some things going, but I love that from Julius Randle. I want to see more of that, like not even just like when we're up a lot or at the beginning of games, but down the stretch of basketball games. I want to see him keep his head up more at the end. I don't want to see like as much hero ball, you know? Like he's capable of passing the basketball and making the right plays. It's just the hero ball type of instincts. Like he wants to live for those big moments, or he wants to make New York proud and hit those big moments in those big time games, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, Bullock really gave us a spark. Frank Ntilikina was actually providing some good defense, but yeah, he wasn't really getting anything going much in the first half of that basketball game. He missed his first free throw, eventually got to see the ball go through the hoop at the second. The first was short, but yeah, RJ actually had a very strong first half, as I believe he had, 14 points in the first half. He was doing a really good job working himself downhill. Julius Randle did a really good job recognizing when RJ Barrett was cutting to the basket, which is just amazing to see. That's something we didn't really see a lot last season. But yeah, the Magic are not a really good basketball team. I believe entering this game, they've lost 8 in a row, if Mike Breen's correct with that. So now they've lost 9 in a row. But yes, in the second quarter, things were really starting to get going. Julius Randle, like I said, dishing out the ball. After the first quarter, he had 10 assists. RJ Barrett was in double digits. Reggie Bullock was hitting shots. Alec Burks was hitting shots. Like, we really started to get things going, clicking offensively, ball movement, and all that. When we go away from that, that's when this team really starts to get stagnant and not really thrive that much, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, we were up double digits. It looked like we're going to put them to bed. Looked like it was going to be over. Looked like we're going to send them back to Orlando, if you know what I'm saying. Send them back to Florida. But the Magic actually ended up going on a 10-0 run to end the second quarter, heading into halftime, as King Birch actually beat the buzzer entering halftime. Guys like Fournier started to get things going, which like scared me because like Fournier really wasn't hitting his shots at all in this game, but eventually started hitting them when it mattered most. But at one point they missed like consecutively like 17 threes. Like Chuma Okeke missed his first 5 shots. Eventually had like a big layup towards the end of the game. For sure, of course, we closed it out. But it was like really scary because I was like, no way they're going to continue to miss shots. No way. 17 missed threes in a row. That's just absolutely abysmal. But anyway, entering the third quarter, the Magic were on just such a huge run. It's like it was embarrassingly bad. It was truly bad. Like we were starting to be really stagnant passing the basketball, or we were really stagnant. Didn't look like we're moving the ball. We did not look like the same team in the first half. The Magic seemed more rejoiced. Aaron Gordon taking it tough to the basket. We know how tough of a, like, Vucevic is definitely a tough shot maker. They have some tough shot makers on their team. Aaron Gordon sometimes just hits some really contested shots. Vucevic, we know Terrence Ross, unbelievable. Just such a very tough shot maker when you take a look at the Magic Ball Club and their roster at the end of the day. But yes, it was very scary. And like I was like, we're up double digits. We were up more than like 10 points. It was just awful. It was like 72-59, I believe, at one point. Before you know it, they're only down 2. I'm like, how does this happen? Even though I thought Randall was in the game way too long. Like, we're up like 1,000,000 points. I'm like, I wonder if that's a part of it. Like, Randall's a really good player, but you're not going to play as good when you're really gassed, you know? And RJ played every single minute in the second half of that basketball game. But I thought RJ Barrett played very well. I thought he did a really good job boxing out. But eventually we started to get cold, and I just didn't think we got the best of quality shots, and the Magic were more rejoiced and energized in that second half. Oh yeah, and to throw something in there, Kevin Knox was playing in the second quarter. I really didn't bring it up because Kevin Knox just simply did nothing. Same thing with Obi Toppin. I don't care that people say he only plays like 8 or 10 minutes. When he was out there for the 8 minutes, it was like 8 minutes straight. He literally provides nothing out there on the basketball court. He's 23 years old. What kind of patience are we going to have with him? Like, us New Yorkers, or what kind of patience are we going to have with him? Like, already people didn't have patience with Frank when he was freaking like 19 years old or 18 years old entering the league. Some people are just done with Frank, of course. Like, we've accepted Frank's not a starting point guard. He's a guy that can do the little things. But Obi Toppin literally brings nothing. But anyway, Kevin Knox did nothing. Yeah. Entering the fourth quarter after the Magic were just putting on an extreme just freaking run, Fournier had 10 points in the fourth quarter. Like, Taj Gibson was playing some disciplined defense on Vucevic. He was just hitting very tough, difficult shots. There's a reason he's one of the top centers in the NBA. These guys did not go away whatsoever, and I'm talking about Frank Ntilikina, I'm talking about Alec Burks, and Bullock. Also, Randall hit a very clutch fadeaway, but Frank really started to get things going in the second half of the game. He was knocking down his open threes, as he should. Like I said, he's an NBA player. But it's because it's Frank. He just has to hit those open shots. He had a layup poster. He took it strong to the basket. He's so bipolar as a basketball player. Just, like, absolutely insane when you watch Frank Ntilikina play. It's so crazy. Like, he's, like, has the most confidence in the world, and it's like he has no confidence. I really don't understand Frank. He is what he is, I guess, at this point. Of course, he could always install more things to his game. But yeah, Alec Burks hit some big-time shots in this game. I hate when he shoots threes, gets that mid-range territory. Reggie Bullock's a big reason we won this game. Frank, Julius Randle, that go-to fadeaway at the baseline, like he hit against Atlanta too. I remember at the end of the game. Atlanta's rolling now, which is kind of scary. That's why we need to start winning some games. And I'm so happy we came out with this W. But yes, this game came down to the final shot. I know Aaron Gordon got fouled. He initiated contact, even though I thought Randall was getting hit like crazy. And they didn't even send him to the free throw line. Just call it equal, you know? But Gordon ended up missing a big-time free throw. Eventually, it came down to the last shot. Evan Fournier getting up to his shooting motion. He already left his feet, and Bullock poked it away to seal the deal, and the Knicks came out with the W. But thank you guys so much for the great amount of support. RJ, good game, 17 points, nearly 10 rebounds, I believe, nearly a double-double. Freaking Julius Randle with another triple-double. I believe he tied, like, Bernard King. Julius Randle with another triple-double, his third triple-double of the season. 17 assists. That's insane. And he was in double digits all around. Like I said, triple-double. Bullock had his 20. Burks provided very good offense for us. I'm excited to see what we're going to do next game. Sixers never easy. We haven't beaten them in such a long time. We'll see what happens with them. And as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.